I guess Wesley would play OK FD1 or OK C1. I'm not really sure. D5. Wow, that's a surprise. He wants to open up the game for his bishops, but this is a pawn sacrifice. So Queen D5, Rook FD1. He has to take anyway. He cannot allow this. I mean, if you play Queen C7, you go E4, and it's just a massacre. Yeah. So you can't do that. So Queen takes D5, and now I guess he wants Rook D1. Okay, threatening Bishop H7, winning the Queen. So we have two options here: Queen C6 or Queen H5. Don't have so many squares for the Queen. Yeah, that's a bit surprising from Wesley to play D5 so early, but he must have calculated something. Rook D8 now, and Rook D6 very fast. He wants Rook FD1 and been putting a lot of pressure on 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬, and this is not easy actually for black already. Yeah, probably Bishop F3 was an option, but after takes, you can just take with a rook here. Knight takes and bishop takes, and these two bishops for a rook, and it's better for white. Obviously I couldn't take with the bishop here because there is some check and take the rook. So Rook D6, threatening Rook FD1. I don't know what to do. Maybe knight, you have to do something weird like knight B8. But it's already an unpleasant situation for 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬. Of course, the evaluation bar, which you can see on my right and on your left on the screen, shows equal, but always showing equal. Not here, actually. After G6, G6 is a blunder by 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬. It was a very difficult position to handle. So if takes, just pin, and it's over. And hi, Fozigul. Thank you, Fozigul. You're very welcome on that show. Bishop takes D7. Okay, if rook takes, you just lose a piece. That's very simple. If knight takes, Rook FD1 might be not so clear because takes. I can even maybe come here, and who knows? Okay, there is Queen A4, monster move. But he's thinking already. Okay, that's bad news. Knight takes D7 and Queen D1. Blitzed out by Wesley, but this is not good. Takes, and knight E5 now. Wow. Again, a monster move. If rook takes D8, Queen G5, King H1, and rook takes D8. That's a very tricky position to play in blitz, and he played Queen F5, which is much more human, protecting the knight on D7. Thank you, precocious boy. Knight E5, pinning. Wow, that's so messy. And Queen E4 here is good for black. I have the evaluation bar, like you, and I have the first line as well. So I see always the first line, so sometimes I get a bit attracted by that. And knight E5, which is a blunder. That was okay. We are helped by the engine, but that was pretty poor calculation from Quang Liem. But okay, he has 0 seconds. Okay, lost some time. Okay, that was a bit. That was very aggressive from Wesley. I'm not used to that, but okay. Incredibly aggressive, but a bit too much at times. It was not working, objectively speaking, but it worked out. And blitz, it's important to be aggressive. So let's see what 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 wants. This is a Catalan. Bishop B7. This is a main classical line, which you probably saw many times. Knight H3, small sideline, but Wesley is always prepared. I mean, sideline or not sideline, he knows everything. Yeah, Wesley is just playing for Le Quang, Quang Liem time trouble. Yeah. Yeah, it's what he did. And it worked. So that's acceptable in Blitz. I mean, yeah, Wesley way too aggressive for me. I mean, I was expecting, you know, putting the hook before playing d5. You just put the hook behind and then you play d5. This is how it's what you are supposed to do. But here it was so aggressive. So knight b7, he wants knight b6 obviously, and make some blockade on light square. Yeah, so you have bishops as white, but black has some compensations because the pawns are really weak. On the other hand, you may tell me that it creates some weakness on the queen side, which is true. So it's a very sharp and interesting position. So rook e8, rook fd1, putting the rook this time, not confusing me. And knight d5, I would go bishop g5, yeah, just to ask, do you want to play f6, really? That looks bad. That's okay. Not a disaster, I guess, but not really good. I mean, here c5, okay, this is, of course, thematic, but it's not great. Wesley playing so fast. Wow. This is just Wesley so fast. This is just unbelievable. Okay, knight c5 now. I guess I have to pin something like bishop b4 looks interesting to me. I don't know. Le Quang Liem taking his time, and it cost him the full point in the first game, so he should be careful. So knight e1, okay, exchanging this annoying bishop. And queen b6, this is typical Wesley, very solid. This is my Wesley. This is the Wesley I know. Okay, this is completely fine for black. Either way, actually, he could have taken with a pawn. Knight b6. Okay, bishop e3, but now just go to a4. Knight c3 is in the air, and now you're already fighting for equality because of those pawns which are weak. Not only they are weak, they don't control squares on the c line, and you can install a knight, maybe a rook, maybe something else. What do I know? King f7 playing very fast, Wesley, and it's much better. Simply easy. e5 is coming, knight c4 is coming. This is just a bad position for white. Maybe knight d3, you have to go to play knight c5. f3, okay. He's taking, and now he wants to offer one more trade. Yes. Playing the knight ending, which would be very tricky for white because of those pawns again. Now you cannot play knight a3 and play them for... Okay, it's not easy, of course. It's not easy, but it's just a very bad position. Probably a losing endgame. I don't know if it's losing or not, but it's very close actually. Knight c4, king e7, b6. It's automatic play for black. King e7, knight d6, and coming here. That looks 55 seconds for Le Quang Liem. 1 minute 20 down on the clock. Wow. I think I thought Magnus didn't have a lot of spare time for his match, but it seems that Wesley has even less. a5 fixing the weakness on a4. Okay. That's what we call technique. And keeping the knight, the square for the knight. Okay, that is very interesting. F5, H5 blocking G4, but now he's winning. Knight B6, Knight B2, King C5, entering. Poof. Such a dominant performance by Wesley in that game. Wow, that's just one-way traffic. Impressive. G4, but now it's a pawn. Takes, and Knight A4. Of course, he will blitz it. King D2, Knight C5. Such a massacre. This is just amazing. Knight C3 now. B5 or B5 first. He's not even thinking. Wow. Knight C5 controlling the knight. That's just completely winning, of course. B4, King C6, King B5, A4. Okay, he wants to go there, but this is way too slow. Way too slow. A4 now. B3, A3. King D2, now you cannot move your knight, so no, you can come with a king. Because it will be knight E4 with check. King E7, King C2. Oh, he wants to come here now. Amazing. G5. Wow. And now coming back with a king. And now King D6. Oh, there is a... Let me check if there is a bug. Because... This is a famous bug from the famous ad. Up. So this is not possible, this en passant rule, because the evaluation bar was moving around. It was fixed, but here it's possible. So it's not allowed. It's not allowed. As Jan, as you probably saw in the ad, which is played it was played before a lot. It's not allowed. So amazing performance by Wesley. He wanted to come with the king and finish the game. What was the idea of pushing G5? That after knight H5 you don't attack G7 anymore. You attack F6 and then you can just take here and it's over. So small bug I will mention later to the Chess24 teams. Okay, so third game 2-0 for Wesley. Wesley has no mercy, that's for sure. E3 Nimzo. Bishop B7, castle, Bishop B7. He wants to play C5 in one go without being trapped on B4. This is whole theory. I even played myself like that as black. Knight C6. This is very typical. In general, you may as well put your E8, play Bishop F8, but this is a very different plan. Knight E2 protecting on D4. This is very logical. Now you can jump here. What else can you do? I don't know. You can jump here. I think it's very logical to jump here. And he's jumping here. So I like his logic, because this is the same as mine, so I understand it. And then you want F6. Sometimes. Okay, we have to do it in a clever way. Bishop C3, but now Bishop B5 is always okay for black, come on. Bishop B5 is cool, yeah. Rook F2, you want knight G3, knight F5, and still, I mean, like, it feels like Wesley is playing like he has trying to catch. Probably doesn't, actually. But it feels this way. Wow. Just very impressive. His position is not impressive. His speed is incredibly impressive. So here, will he take here first and put a knight on D4? Or will play knight G3? I am not sure. Take on C5, okay, that makes a lot of sense. If you take no one option, because b takes, you just weaken this pawn. You can play rook b8, bishop f6. It's some counterplay, and you take the square for the knight. And took with the pawn. If you take with the bishop, of course, it's very solid. You have this pawn structure very solid. I mean, like it's still symmetrical, but knight d4. I mean, it's a nice square for the knight. So both schools are possible. b3, knight g3. Okay, bishop f6. Makes a lot of sense, weakening in a way this pawn on b2, and this bishop was anyway very active. You cannot allow knight f5, queen g4, and so on. So bishop f6, and now Wesley, let's start to think a bit. It's not so easy. This bishop is very well placed. Probably b3 has to be played, just to make sure that black doesn't go c4. On b8 and attack many times the weak b2 pawn. Queen g4. Wow, Wesley is so aggressive tonight. That's very confusing. Rook b8. No more b3 because the rook is hanging. So what do you do here? Knight h5, but it looks like nothing. Queen g6, and what? No, it's trouble for he played knight h5. Okay, but it seems to me that in the endgame black is better. Queen g6, so he wants to keep. He wants to keep queens. He wants f5, so maybe f5. Very interesting. Probably f5 has to be played. That would be my best guess. f5 is good. h3, king h2, g4, rook g1. Attack. This is a new Wesley. This is a Wesley from Pamplona. King h2, g4, rook g1. Go ahead. Vamos. Rook d1. Okay. Why rook d1? To protect the pawn. Okay. This is the old Wesley. He's back. Go g4. g4, you need some counterplay. Come on. g4 played. Okay, but this is of course very, very weakening. But at least you have some hope. And a bit more time for Quang, but not that much. Queen b6 here, double attack, but you have to calculate this. Queen e7, so this is getting very sharp. Queen e7, rook f7, maybe it doesn't get sharp at all actually. Rook f7, rook f8, and just a door. That would be the logical outcome. But Quang needs to take risk here. No, he doesn't. 2.5 for Wesley, so will be black in the second game in full control so far. Quang has to do something different in the remaining games, otherwise it feels that this match will be finished in a few games. No, sorry, that one. So let's say hi to Twitch. I saw they were talking about it's too slow. I don't know what you were talking, guys, about. I don't know this too weak, too slow reference. I think there's a discussion about luck in chess. It's all about luck in chess. It's all about that. Stop the count, as they say. It's all about luck. It's for sure. And in Blitz, it's more than luck. It's a coin flip. Okay, so b5, bishop d3, knight c6, a4. It's always the same people who wins. This is very strange. So what to do here as black? It's already some troubles, no? Don't look like a good version to me, but you still have this square for the knight. I guess you take back here, or maybe you can be more ambitious and go with the knight to a4, but yeah, that's different approach, more fighting. Rook d1, okay, he wants to create a vis-a-vis between the rook and the queen, which is very logical. Wesley takes immediately. Rook a4. Okay, now of course you can take, of course, but it's looks dangerous. You are not developed, so I will just take back and get some initiative. So Wesley doesn't do that. He's playing knight b4. And is it bishop b5 checks? This is an option. Why not? If you go ab, I just go here, and if you go bishop d7, I takes. My rook is hanging, which I didn't see, and d3 is a threat. This is not too good. So what to do as white is not easy, and I will let our friend 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 answer that question. Okay, thank you, Lemonanda. Yeah, you always think when you see a set position. Actually, I always think about Peter thinking about resigning and doing it. Actually, I mean, like he's an early resigner. Let's face it. He likes to stop the suffering as soon as possible. I will stop mocking Peter, because he's a great guy, great person, and also a fantastic player. I mean, he doesn't resign that often. He's talking about resigning a lot, but he doesn't do it. Not that often, no. So e5. Knight f5, okay. That's getting sharp actually. Knight d3, of course, that helps white, and I can just double. Knight d6 is on the way, so this is tricky. But what else? e4? e4, just take here, and this is pinned because of this annoying vis-a-vis. So he's playing queen c8, rook c3, blissed out, but it's a good chance for Quang here. I feel the position is really out of control for Wesley. Of course, his clock. The clock is good for Wesley. Here I think e4 is a threat, so maybe e4 by himself. What else actually? It's not easy to find out what else. I don't know. e4 played. This is a good move. He wants bishop g5. Takes on d3. He wants to take. No, he cannot take on e4. Takes with the queen. Really? Wow. If knight takes e4, he wants rook b3. Is that working? Maybe. This is getting incredibly sharp. He took with the queen on e4. And now, according to the machine, knight d6 is a killer. But he cannot do anything else. He has no choice. 30 seconds for Quang Liem. Knight d6 and you cannot castle. That's the point. What can you do? You can't castle. Bishop g5 is coming. Bishop h6 even sometimes. Knight d2, knight c4, rook e3, rook e5. Too many threats. And the knight was hanging. I didn't see that. Oh, that was a world take. So rook c5 now to take here. Quang had 15 seconds but a completely winning attack. Will he finish the game? This is crucial moment for the match. Rook c7, very logical as well, attacking that bishop. I guess queen f5 only move. And rook e1. but he did it the wrong way. e4, queen e6. What else? e4, bishop g5. Oof, so many things happens. Rook c5 here was a winning according to the computer, but bishop g5. If queen g5, he wants rook e4, I guess. But it doesn't work. King d8. Wow, that would be a miracle. That would be a miracle for Wesley, who is thinking now. Play queen e6 as well. Now it seems that the attack doesn't work anymore. Very exciting. Queen g5 is what Wesley is contemplating. He played it. Rook e4, king d8, only move. King knight e4 was mate in 2. King d8, and it looks like it's mate, but it's not. Stable. Rook e5. Oh, now he has rook e8. Very painful rook e8. Exchanging one pair of rook because like that it's mate. So what do we do here? Rook e8. Great move by Wesley. Oh, such a great defender, and it's over. So sad for Quang Liem. 3.5 half for Wesley. So who was lost, objectively lost, but he's playing so fast and putting so much pressure that Liem didn't finish the game, and it's incredibly difficult, of course. Let's remember that Quang Liem won the Banter Blitz Cup. This is just amazing. It's just amazingly good. Hey, Toto Enileta, she's joining us. The French crew is coming. So now it's 3.5 half, so this is 3-ball match for Wesley. So yeah, the situation is not good for Quang Liem. This, you understood it, I guess, by yourself. You don't need me, but yeah. So the semi-final between Wesley So and Magnus Carlsen is getting closer. Yeah, G3 played very fast. Wow. So bishop g2, this looks very bad for black actually. What do you do here? I don't know, knight a6, knight e7. Oh. So sad. It looks to me that white managed to develop his pieces. Wesley doesn't look too worried, eh? Okay, but he will catch his train. Everything going according to the plan. Rook b1. Knight c5. Okay. And now it's a really sad position for black, in my opinion. After knight a6, just b5. Okay, knight e4, but then just castle, bishop b2. Very, very sad. And 40 seconds on the clock. Wow, that's really dominant performance. Maybe Wesley MVP. I think Wesley is so far, let's say if there is no accident till the end, is MVP today. Just impressive. Just very dominant. Takes, queen c2, attacking both knight and pawn. Poor Liem. It's just so difficult. Don't know what to say. Can we take the pawn here? Not really, apparently. Bishop f5 played. g4. Oh. What is this? Bishop g6 wants f4. Knight f4 doesn't work, right? Not sure. This, take on g6, take on f1, take on f8. I'm taking mate. It is not good. So after knight f4, but maybe you can go d5. No, but f4 is too. I cannot be if he will go f4. This is just too much. f4. So good. So good, so fast. How he does it? Just very, very impressive. Knight d2. He will receive f5. Takes on f1, takes on... No, you don't even need to take, because anyway the bishop is trapped. He's locked down on the king side, so you take whenever you want. And this pawn c6 is hanging as well. This is just a disaster. It's a disaster for black. Queen h4, trying to find some counterplay. Who can blame our friendly Quang Liem? h3 at tempo. I mean, 2 minutes up on the clock. Wow. Knight d4 maybe? That looks very good to me. Protecting here, attacking here. Queen c6. Okay, c8. Activating the rook, maybe rook d8. Threatening rook d1 check. Queen b3. Protecting everything, but now it's already time for Le Quang to speed up. Okay, of course, obviously you can't take the bishop because it's rook d1 and it's mate. Of course, Wesley sees such in milliseconds, you know, like split second. I mean, yeah, and actually, maybe I will ask him. I don't know if it's. But he's not playing in the World Cup. He's not playing in the World Cup, Wesley. And I'm wondering why. So I will ask him. And he will join me at the end. Bishop d4, there is bishop e1 now. Bishop e1 wins the queen. If queen b8, queen f2 mate. Bishop e1. Make it. Whoa. Bishop d6. Bishop e1. Bishop e1. Oh. And now it's better for white. I don't think it's winning because it's one side. And the material is too little. Bishop h2. What this is about? It's very unclear to me. I didn't get the idea. Okay, Wesley as well. I didn't want to load knight g1, knight f3 maybe. I don't know. Okay, this is... Now he lost g7, probably it's lost. Now knight c3, knight d5 maybe. Bishop f3, king g2, such a professional. Yeah, queen a6 now, queen c3, okay. And queen d3, knight c3, okay, he's just exchanging queen, making sure he's not going to lose. But okay, it should be just winning, I guess. Now attacking here. Yeah, Liem missed bishop e1. That was a big miss. That was maybe the biggest miss of the match. And now he has a lost ending, knight d3, knight e5. It will be the plan, take on f7. It's game over. King g4. Rook e3. He's going h5. And he wants to reroute the knight, knight f5 and knight h6. This is all over. Time trouble, of course. King f4, knight f5 now will come. Maybe the king will come as well. It's just over, but stay with us. Wesley is so MVP of these quarterfinals of this Saint-Firmin Mondial Masters will join us. He has a stalemate trick. King f6 is stalemate. It's beautiful. No square. So knight f5, but it's lost anyway. It was a good take. So King f6, e5, and push. Now rook f7 is but okay. Rook f7, king g5. Still completely lost. Bishop d5, e6, something like that. Yeah, move 28, he missed. Bishop e1. So maybe bishop e4, e6, king f6, and it's all over. Okay, you still need to show some technique. But after king e7, knight f5. Okay, rook f7 check, of course. King e5. Now you'll go knight f5. King d6, bishop c6, and e7. You cannot go to f6 because rook f7 check all the time. And resigns from Quang Liem. One-sided performance in these last quarterfinals. And I don't know if the producer, Vanessa, who did a great job today as a full back.